Okay, here is a curved aluminum profile that wraps this whole credenza, 2-inch radius on the corners. It's 2 inches tall, and there you can see how it's seamed in the middle. So that's the same way we intend to wrap and shroud the outside around the adnot glass screen. So if you can imagine, this is what the screen would look like here. You can see the extrusion around the outside, and we would have a gap here in that extrusion where we can access the brain box that's in here. There may be a need to have some kind of clean wire manager that we develop that could work up against the wall, although I know in most of the adnot applications all the wiring, everything is done in the wall behind the unit. So that's one application, a wall-mounted screen like that, that aluminum shroud around the outside. The second application would be basically taking it off the wall. If you took it and you spun it around, now you see the back of it. The back is unfinished. It's got the mounting mechanisms that we would be using. But here, we would actually finish the back. So if you can imagine, this is just kind of really nice wood veneer on the back of this unit, and then an arm that comes down, mounts underneath the table. So now you have basically this monitor, just like an iPhone, where you have the screen in the front and you have a nice clean back to it, mounted at the end of a table. The third application is basically if you had an area where you'd have a table that's mounted on a wall. There's the leg, and then on this wall you may have that adnot screen, and let's say this is like a half round table. You'd have 3 people at this table, and you would want the camera on this adnot screen to be built into the glass. So basically you could do video conferencing from this piece here. So we would need ways to connect from the table to this wirelessly, obviously preferred, but in the short term, if we need to wire units to it, we can do that too.